called the CEFR. Okay, so that's one thing that I like about the British Council website, because it does give you the levels that we're looking for our students. Okay, so what it's called is Learn English Teens. Okay, there are a lot of different British Council websites. They have a lot of them for English, a lot of them for adults, a lot of them are for other things. This one is for students, okay, and it's for teens. So even the lowest level of English is not Sam the fireman, okay? It's not like Bob the Builder, okay? Even the lowest level is still on a maturity level of a teen, okay? Which is one of the things that I really like. And when you go into this, if you click on it, it'll take you into the website, okay? And what I'm gonna do is, the whole PowerPoint is based on the different, I'm just gonna show you really quickly, but then we're gonna go right through the website. Hang on a minute. Each time I go into something, it's going to have a red circle around it. Okay, they're not beautiful red circles because I drew them myself, but they're circles nonetheless. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the website first, okay, and show you the different things that I thought were really interesting, and then the PowerPoint will be something that you can go through by yourselves and see all the different skills and options that they have. So the first one is my English level, okay? And this is this free online English levels test. It doesn't have reading to them, doesn't read to them. It's not anything incredibly testy, diagnostic or anything, but it might be fun for them to try and do it. Don't give it to them if they're on too low a level, because that will just depress them. Okay, we're bringing them back to school. We don't want to depress them, okay? So the first thing is there's some sort of test. There are 25 questions, and after each question, it asks you how sure you are of your answer, okay? And what that does is that helps them decide, and then at the end of the test, it says you should start working at level B1, okay? And then you can start working there, okay? I want to go through some of the skills. The first skill they have is speaking. Okay, and what they have that's really nice, if you can see my screen, is that it has beginner A1 speaking, A2, and it goes A1, A2, B1, B2. In other words, the A1 is the lowest level. So let's just go in and see what we have for each of these activities. Okay, I'm just going to choose at the shop. It's the first one. Let's see what the exercise looks like. Okay, and it gives you a full lesson. So there's some sort of preparation, okay, and it gives them pre-reading, okay, some sort of pre-reading exercise that they can do by themselves or you can do with them. Then there is, oh, I just remembered, I didn't share my computer sound. Okay. Then there's the video. I'll go into the middle.
Is that everything?
I think so. Oh, and these sweets.
Okay.
How much is that?
That's £3.40, please.
Here.
Thank you.
Okay, there's some sort of dialogue.
And there's £1.60 change.
There's also the written. Then there are questions. There are multiple choice questions, and they're self-grading. Okay, so for example, I did it and it says you answered 1 out of 6, do you want to finish? And then if I want to finish it or whatever, it'll give me my grade at the end. It'll allow me to try again after I finished if I didn't like my grade, okay? Then it has a gap fill, okay, where you click here, hi, can I help you? Hello, how much is this magazine? Okay, and you click on it and you drag it, all right? So there's a gap fill there. And after you have the gap fill, and it's also self-assessing, all right? And then there's a reordering, or sometimes it's something else. Like there's always another activity to do, and they can listen as many times as they want. In addition, now that we're going back to school, they also have PDFs of worksheets of exercises with the answers, okay? And then the thing that I like is that you can discuss this. In other words, you can add a comment here, all right, to all of these different people who have registered just around the world, okay? They could be anybody, all right? And they can add some sort of comment or whatever. And these things happen on all different levels. So if I go back, for example, to speaking, then I also have an upper intermediate speaking that I can try. And there are a bunch of them, okay? So that's speaking. The next skill that they have here is listening, and it's on the same idea, except there's no video. Okay, it's just an audio listening. So if you're preparing for E, some of these are really nice. Okay, and what it does is it has a picture, then it has a preparation stage, which is a pre vocabulary stage, and they always do give you vocabulary from that band. Okay, and then there's an audio.
At exam time, it is important to sleep well. Today, we have Dr. Baker with us.
It's very slow. The words are from the bands, so if they're low level, they're not going to all of a sudden have the word persevere or insomnia or something that level wouldn't need to know, okay? In addition, there are more exercises that they can do in a gap and a transcript and worksheets and things to download if you want to do it in your classroom, all right? So that's listening, and there are a bunch of them on all of the levels. Reading, the same, okay? And they're all in the same sort of template. There's a pre-vocabulary, there's the actual text. For example, a lost dog, this is the lowest level, okay? And one of the things that I always do when I look at a book or I look at a site is I look at the lowest level. So first of all, there are instructions, all right, which keeps them organized. You know me, I like organization. Preparation is working over these words, okay? Which ones are pets and which ones are wild animals. And then there's a lost dog, okay? Very, very simple, even for the weakest. I'll show you what the higher levels look like. There's an image description. There's a check your understanding with true or false. This is such a low level, okay? A gap fill, and then error correction. The dog is called Berry. The dog is called Sherry, okay? And it's self-correcting, or not self-correcting, self-assessing. And then the discussion here is, do you have pets? Okay, so Sherry 4869 says, I don't have any pets, but I want to have a hamster. I love hamsters. Okay, now if I'm going to go back, I can show you a much higher level text. All right, because that was a very easy text. Let's go into B2 reading, for example, which is probably your Yud Aleph Yud Bets. Okay, are celebrities bad for you? Okay. So if I'm going to go down now, there's preparation with words, vast, chat, harmless, general, public, gossip, reality, and role. Those are the words that they assume that we need to teach. All right, there's a text that's rather long, okay? Celebrities are everywhere nowadays, on TV and magazines, online. Is this preoccupation with famous people harmless, fun, or is it bad for us? Okay, this is already a 5-point level text, Yud Aleph, Yud Bet, all right? And then once again, there's understanding and a gap fill and the worksheet, okay? So the readings go from the very lost dog, like the very short 10-letter things, all the way up. Okay, the next thing is writing, and this has error checking and everything as well, beginning and all the way up to, let's do intermediate, B1, okay, where before we did B2. All right, so a blog, look at the blog, and let's try and improve our writing skills. Okay, so we're looking at somebody's blog, and we're going to read it, and we're going to check out the writing. And then we're going to fill out a gap fill and maybe use better words. Okay, and then we're going to write. Okay, the final thing to do is, have you ever been to a theme park? Do you like them? Okay, and they can post it here, they can write it for themselves. So there are a lot of ideas. They're pretty much complete lessons for us, okay, on all of the skills. I wasn't so thrilled with the grammar. You know that I'm not like a great person for grammar, but they only have beginning and intermediate, and beginning for this is a little bit high and a lot of perfect, because the English like their perfect. So I'm not 100% sure that it's great for us, but you definitely can go in there. Vocabulary work also. I like the Quizlets and the quizzes much better than this. But there are some, you know, other fun things that you can do here with vocabulary. And they do, what happened to my internet? Oh, no.
Why? We can
What?
still hear you, Judy. You still
Part-
sound fine.
I know, my internet went down a little bit. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you fine. The whole time we've heard you.
Oh, okay. So I like air travel because we might not be doing that for a while. And what I like about this is that it has like real words that they would need and pictures, and it speaks it.
Check-in desk. Airport. Boarding card.
Okay, they have a lot of different words, and then they have exercises, multiple choice and gap fill, and they have worksheets also that have exercises and answers so that the students can check it themselves. Okay, that's like in the lowest level, right? The intermediate level has harder words and other things that you can do, and there are many of them. These are just the A, B's, okay? They're like for all the different letters of the alphabet. And the exams, I wasn't thrilled. I have to say I wasn't thrilled. But you can take a look at them and see if you want them. What I liked are the things in the study break, obviously, because I like it when things are fun. Okay, and I always want to take a break. So the first thing is video zone. And this is one of the things that I've shown in my full lessons video. There's video with questions and vocabulary. It's loading. Give it a minute. All right, the cure for boredom is one of them that I thought was really nice. There are instructions. There's preparation, which is vocabulary. Okay, as always, you have some sort of vocabulary, and this vocabulary is rather hard. Contemplation, a capacity to encounter, and inoculation. There are a couple of things that you can pull, like feeling unhappy because something is uninteresting or because you have nothing to do is boredom. Okay, so some of these words are quite hard, all right? And then there's a video, all right, which is a cure for boredom. It's a 2-minute video, okay?
I'm going to talk today about the problem of boredom. Now, it's true, we encounter boredom less and less with all of our gadgets and
Blackboard kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. But in any case, there are other exercises that you can do with them that are, again, self-assessing, all right, and worksheets and downloads. So with all of that, they have a video thing that they can, you know, just take a break with. Okay, there are games to play. Unfortunately, I can't show them to you because, oh, maybe I can now that I'm not sure. Let me try. I can't play it on this computer. No, the ministry computer won't let me use Flash. But I've played this before on my daughter's computer, Sushi Spell, and it's really, really fun. All right, there are a lot of other. What?
Flash is going away soon, so hopefully they'll adapt to something.
Yeah,
else.
maybe. The ministry thinks that everything that I do on my computer is going to let Iran know everything about what I do on my computer.
Did you tell them you just emailed them directly?
I told them that the Ayatollah was on my email list, but they didn't get that. Okay, so the next thing is photo caption 100, which I really like this particular one. Okay, and what it is having them write a caption for these fun photos. Okay, so could you write in the chat for just a second what you would caption this photo to be? And Melissa or Adele, could you read some of them out to me, please? Come on.
They're typing, they're writing.
Good.
Give them a chance. They're tired. Geronimo! I can do it. Now, why did I eat that chocolate bar last night?
Haley was talking about it today, Cadbury chocolate.
Life, I don't think we should, oops, what was I thinking? Living on the edge. Seriously? Tightroping, living on the edge again? No, trying. Rhinos are just unicorns who let themselves go. Oh, that was supposed to be private, sorry. I need way pushing boundaries, piece of cake, almost home. To not to be, that is the question.
Nobody wrote going back to school on Sunday.
Where did I leave my mask?
Yay!
Yeah, somebody did, but it went by too quickly. Robin says she did.
Right? Oh, good. Well done, Robin.
Okay, any challenge after facing Corona.
There you go.
My wonderful trampoline. Zoom doesn't challenge me anymore. I'm scared. You sure this is safe? I only do what I can do.
That is gonna be my t-shirt. You can only do what you can do. Yeah, Corona. Read Corona. You can only do what you can do.
I got this.
I got this. There you go. That's optimism for you. Okay, so they have a lot of different photos like this that you can have your kids, you know.
No education.
Yeah, there you go. And now this one is Melissa's favorite. And I'm going to show you the new one that Melissa has not shown you yet. And see if you can guess what it is.
Hang on. Well, you want everybody to write in the chat?
Sure. Write what you think it is.
So lychee pineapple, a good melon shake, melon and ice cubes melaning, bad plaque, ooh, sushi, ice, sugar, sushi, ice and melon, mouthful of ice, sushi, mouth, grapefruit rind. Okay,
so you click here and it is a sushi roll. Yay for whoever said sushi.
Get the sushi roll.
Yeah, there you go.
Plus the two, or we'll also get it. Oh, and
there you go.
This was easy apparently because all these other people got it. I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't get it either. Okay, so then there are a bunch of photos like that, like Melissa shows one of hers that's part of a dog and others. Okay, and then there are the two ones that I kind of like the best. And we talked about this yesterday with Awana, when Awana talked about reading and having them be read to and listening. And I said that on the British Council, there was this graded reading that came in parts. Okay, so I'm going to show you the lowest level of this. Okay, which first of all is a picture. And then, of course, there's some vocabulary. Okay, so that
Judie,
you know.
You got to hear this one. Cecile says we sent pictures like these to Yud, and they were the only thing they reacted to. They loved
it. For sure. Okay, and then there's a short. There's like text in parts. Okay, this has to do with like a blog Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday, and then Friday. Okay, and they, and at the end, way at the end, there's also understanding and checking your grammar. Okay, on the other hand, in graded listening, they're episodes. So there's a story called The Survivor, okay? And it's level A2, and it's about finding Jane, okay? And I'll show you what it's like. It's a listening. You hear the story.
The Survivor, Episode 1, Finding Jane, Level A2.
Now, can you read them?
We've got someone here! There's a person here!
Okay, one of the things I like about this, first of all, is they like it when it has all these sound effects. It's not just a listening where someone is just reading. It's kind of like book tracks, if you know what that is. I did that in the book in every bag reading fairs that we had, book fairs that we had. It's when they have background noise, they have a picture in front of them, but they're using their imaginations, okay? They're trying to figure out what's going on, and they're trying to listen, and they have a picture, but it's not a picture that changes. It's not a film, okay? And then they also have ordering. They have true and false. They have worksheets, and they had vocabulary at the beginning. There's also a place for discussion or for writing, okay? And then there's the next episode, okay? So if you do this, it's kind of like Who Shot JR, okay? There are 4 or 5 episodes, I think. Oh my God, there are 6. There are 6 episodes to The Survivor, okay? Each one has a title, and you can go through with them and listen and have them be listening and talk about the vocabulary and stop and start, and it's really fun. They really, really like them. And there are like elementary, intermediate, and upper intermediate. Okay, so this particular story is in 3 different levels. So you can give it to your students, even if they're in 3 different levels, they're still having the same idea of what's happening in the story, but they're each getting it on their own level. Okay, and there are many more stories that are also in 3 different levels. Okay. Meets. Thank you. All right, so there's another one. Hang on a second. Let me just get to where that was. It's not letting me go back. Hang on. No. Okay. So there are different levels, okay, of stories, and you can try those as well. The last thing on the in the site that I liked was the magazine. And what did I like about it? What I liked about it was that it was created by young people. In other words, people who blog or vlog have different sections of this magazine that gets updated all the time. So there's something about books to read with recommendations. There's entertainment section, fashion, life around the world, music, science, and sports. All right, so each one of your students can pretty much find something here that they like. There's a film review, okay, that they can go in. Even if you want to teach them how to write a film review, here is one. Okay, it's not that long. Okay, and it's just reading, and then there's a discussion question. It's not all of the reading comprehension or whatever. It's just a something. Okay, oh, thank you. What? In a minute, I'll be there. Sorry, I needed to drink. And so there are a bunch of different things in this magazine that you can also give them for reading if you want them to read or do something with it, or read a film review and then write a film review, okay, is also something that is doable. So this site, what I wanted from the British Council was I wanted them to show the rationale behind it, how they built it, what kinds of materials they were thinking of building more. I'm hoping that after the corona, we'll be able to have a better relationship with them. I guess working on a bunch of other things. There is something here that I did want to show you as well. It's here in the PowerPoint. Where did I put it? No, I think it was up here. Maybe it was at the end. Hang on a second. Let me just find it. I think I put it at the end. Yeah. Hang on a second. I'm going to move you all and press present.
Ouch.
Sorry, I moved you. When we were talking to the people from the British Council, they said that they had built now in this corona time, teaching resources, more activities and stories and poems. And if you click here, it links you to it. Okay, I haven't been through the whole thing yet. I was hoping that they were going to do it. But what you can do is you can go in and see there are teaching tools, stories and poems, lesson plans, activities, and all sorts of other things that I guess they're offering for this corona time. So if there are any other things that you want to try with them or whatever, then this is also a good place. There are resources and there are publications and professional development and things. So it's a nice place to run around.